Hello, you've stepped beyond the infinite void of space and into a new dimension of reality. But right now, it's the video that is the FoundFlix 179,000 subscribers special. All of your lingering FoundFlix questions finally answered. Like, who is that guy? And where did that guy come from? Let's get started, folks. Hey guys, welcome to FoundFlix and the 178,000 subscriber special. You see it right there, 178,000 subs, party time. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's because of you guys that I've even grown to the place that I am now. I mean, if anyone is still here from when I did the, 14,000 subscriber special last year, I honestly never even imagined getting to 10,000 subscribers, let alone 100,000 or 178,000 or whatever. All right, so you might be wondering and asking yourself whenever you click on one of my videos, just who is this FoundFlix guy? I know I don't really ever say my name in any of the videos, but here we go. I know you're gonna be so excited. It's Chris. Who gives a shit? I appreciate all the suggestions you guys send, and I honestly wish that I could do every single video that you guys say, but I'm the only person working on this channel full time. I genuinely can't do every video that I want to. I apologize. I'll get around to them all eventually, but I'll be 900 years old. When it comes to sending me requests for videos, you can definitely leave a comment below, but also all my different social media stuff is a lot easier way to contact me. But if you're into old school, I also do have a snail mail, fan mail address that you can send me whatever crazy crap you want to. I did get this card here, this postcard, which was pretty cool, from a fan all the way in Bulgaria. That's a pretty scary looking picture there. Doesn't look like it's in focus. So send me stuff. I like when I get stuff in the mail. It helps me get out of bed in the morning. You know, what can I say? But also, if you're a big fan of FoundFlix, there is another way that you can support us through a Patreon page that we have, which right now has one supporter. Thanks, Mom. By donating to our Patreon, you get cool rewards, but it also helps the channel out tremendously. Maybe you guys have heard that YouTube is struggling right now after losing hundreds of millions of dollars in advertising, and this has had a huge impact on creators making income on the platform, this channel included. Honestly, we really need your help right now. Even a buck or two will be hugely appreciated. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the video. I definitely wanted to do a video like this when I got to 100,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone, and again, it's kind of hard to even believe. But what I was waiting for is YouTube has these different things that are play buttons, and depending on what tier of subscribers you get to, they send you a cool little trophy in the mail. You guys like unboxings, right? So I figured, you know, what a better time to unbox it than right here on camera, so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Again, you get one of these for 100,000 subscribers. It took me 3 months to get this bad boy in the mail. Just got here. Right. Here we go. We got the money shot.
Money shot.
Oh, there's a letter here. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, there you go, guys. Doo-dee-doo. See, my life has meaning now because I have this. I am genuinely excited about this. This is kind of a big deal to me. I mean, it's been a lot of work to get to this point. I'm sure anyone out there with a YouTube channel can understand that, you know, I don't have 1 million subscribers. I don't have 50 million. I'm coming for you, PewDiePie. You give me a couple weeks and I'll get there. But 100,000, that's still a lot of eyeballs watching me talk about random crap. So, I mean, that's kind of an accomplishment, I think. That's good. That's going up. That's going somewhere real special. But for right now, stick it over there maybe. Oh, no! Oh my God. I almost ruined everything. Let's see what we got in this letter here. This looks, it's a personal letter to me from the CEO of YouTube. You've done something very few YouTube creators accomplished. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribed to your channel. That's you guys. That's you guys that are subscribed. That's sweet of them. Anyway, yeah, this looks, you know, I appreciate Susan there sending this letter along from her, you know, looks like her ink printer is running out a little bit there. She's doing a great job right now, though. Who am I to complain, you know? Thanks, Suze. Thanks for the package, Suze. Now let's move on to the history of FoundFlix itself. The channel has existed for about 1.5 years, but I actually have been working in YouTube for years before that. So the very origins of my experience with YouTube began in LA when I was doing freelance work. I started off doing cinematography, but I found more and more of the postings of what people were looking for was for YouTube. and this was maybe about 2011 or something like that. The first big channel that I ever worked for in any way was the Fine Brothers. You know those guys, they do the Kids React videos. At that point, I didn't really know much about YouTube, and it was kind of a nice introduction to the overall production of it and seeing what goes on and how a video is made. Especially, even at that point, they were small, but they had about 4 million subscribers. And I didn't really understand at the time how much money they were actually making off the channel until much later, because the two of them lived in a 2-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood, and one of their bedrooms was painted like a kid's room, and that's where they shot all the Kids React videos. So I don't know where they were putting their money. I only worked for them for a couple months, and they were nice enough to appear in this really dumb Star Wars sketch that I did. So I definitely appreciate that from them. I respect what they do, of course, and you know, they know what they were doing, and that's definitely something I give them credit for. And I kind of learned, again, my first seedlings of what's going on with YouTube from those guys. So props to y'all. But after a while and floating through a different couple of freelance jobs that I did, I winded up working at this one channel that was called Clever. And what happens with YouTube channels that are even moderately successful is a slightly larger company comes in and goes, hey, we want to buy that, gobble gobble. And so this one size of a channel that was this big gets conglomerated, and then it keeps getting bigger and bigger until this giant house of cards. And that's how YouTube business works. So it started as Clever, which already was a pretty substantial size. They had an umbrella of all this different stuff. I mean, I cut style videos. I was doing red carpet alerts and shit like that. Yep, that's what I was doing. But you know what? I loved it. I love fashion. No, I don't really think that. It was really boring. And then after a while, even though I worked there, I lost track of who the hell was in charge at that point anymore. But they bought one of all these other brands, and one of them that came with that was Smosh, which is, you know, one of the biggest entire channels and brands on YouTube, even at that point a few years ago. And what they ended up doing with the Smosh brand was spinning that off into the Smosh Games channel. But I was there at ground zero. I originally was working on the other side of the company and then ended up transitioning because out of desperation, basically, these 3 guys that were the hosts had all these videos to do and literally no one to help them whatsoever. You think they might have figured that out before they launched the channel. I moved up to the position of head of production, which basically meant I organized and set up all the shoots, while I was also still editing a full slate of shows. Just the sheer volume of content we did was crazy. I think I counted that I cut at least 70 episodes of Mari's show alone. But I didn't really feel like I had a say in the direction the channel was going, and the whole thing got super repetitive after a while. And while the actual original Smosh guys, Ian and Anthony, are super cool, hardworking dudes that I respect tremendously, the Smosh Games hosts, well, that's a different story. Don't get me wrong, I don't have any beef with them personally, but guess what? Hey, you know what? They play video games all day, so they're a little bit lazy. And they don't really like to push themselves too hard. You know, the bare minimum is good enough. And hey, sometimes I can't blame them for that mentality either. But my whole thing is always trying to really do the best you can every time. Like with this video, the best video you've ever seen in your life. You're welcome. I know, it's great, isn't it? And I actually have a filmmaking background rather than anything like YouTube. Like, I'm not a YouTube personality. Initially, that wasn't my intent in any way whatsoever. In fact, I dreaded being on camera at first. You can probably look back at my old videos and see exactly how that went down. It's awkward. But I'd gone the route of trying to do short films, I mean, all these different kind of things. And you know what? Those cost a lot of money. I try to think, how can I put all my skills that I have into something that I can create content entirely by myself? That's YouTube for you. And so I started at that time, I still lived in LA, and I couldn't really do that much because just the actual cost of living in LA is so high, and so I had to focus on being alive and eating food more than actually on my YouTube channel. I mean, I was able to do maybe a video every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. While that was going on, I was still trying to find another YouTube gig. I've been doing it for a couple years at that point, bounced around from some really other shitty channels. I'm not even gonna bother naming them. You know what, folks? It wasn't easy. That's the story of FoundFlix. I was out there and I was struggling, hitting the pavement, trying to make it work. And what can you say? Sometimes things don't work out. And I ended up back in Texas, where I'm from. And since then, I had a lot more freedom and time to actually do the channel. But I gotta pinpoint one moment, and it's all because of my boy, George DLR, who suggested, I saw this movie called Krampus. Would you mind doing an ending explained? And I was like, sure, George. And that video, after a while, got about 1 million views. And I went, oh, hell no. that was the beginning of that stage of the process. And then later Stranger Things came out, things grew exponentially from there. And now it's actually at the point that I can't even maintain the whole thing by myself. It's gotten too big too quickly. And it's been an ever evolving process. Even having entirely being able to devote your schedule to doing YouTube, it can take even more. I mean, you can work 80, 90 hours a week just trying to figure out how to get something going on YouTube at all. I mean, that's literally the reality of it. It's you know, whatever time you have, YouTube wants it. They'll take it. Whatever part of your soul, thanks so much. We'll have some more, please. Delicious, delicious soul kebabs. I got a lot of cool stuff coming in the pipeline. Honestly, the next few months is gonna be awesome. We got Twin Peaks coming back, Frightmare, Texas Frightmare. The Stranger Things kids are gonna be there. So it's only the beginning for FoundFlix. We're gonna keep growing, and one day you'll be watching that video and it'll be my 1,000,000 subscriber thing, and I'll be bald completely at that point and holding the gold thing like, hey everybody, I got the gold one. And then since I won't have any teeth either, I'll use the gold from the play button to replace my teeth, because YouTube doesn't have any dental insurance to my understanding or anything like that. Maybe I can, Susan, can you hit me up and let me know if there's any insurance you guys provide? Thanks for sticking around. Guess what? Giveaway time. It's real simple. All you gotta do in the comments below, put your favorite FoundFlix quote. That's right, I'm such an egomaniac. Then I wanna look down at your comments and go, hee hee hee, I'm so funny. But that's all you gotta do. Comment below, put your favorite quote from any FoundFlix video, it doesn't matter. And I'll randomly select a winner in a, I don't know, month or something like that. I don't know, maybe if you want something signed by me, I don't know, sure, I'm happy to do that if you want. Maybe you don't want that. Again, it's all thanks to you folks. Keep the suggestions coming in, and again, let me know what you guys wanna see. That helps me so much. I love you. I love you, and one day I hope that we can meet each other and we can fall in love, and for real this time. It was written in the stars. All right, guys, thanks for watching FoundFlix and being a supporter of the channel. Again, if you want to support us with your dollars, oh, we would love that too. We love dollars. Make sure to check out the Patreon link. Stay fresh, folks, and we'll see you next time on FoundFlix.